During the next few weeks' presentations, we are going to discuss DNA, the heart, how the two work together, and how this is the secret to transcendence. First, we have to know about the body. First, you have to understand what is happening within your physical body before you begin to transcend all that is physical. I will give a bit of a commentary as we go through the various slides and give you a little additional information to what you are already reading. Deep within you is a yearning to feel home. This is an experience every human being shares. This yearning is experienced as an intense feeling of loss or longing for something. Your yearning makes you feel eager to find that which you believe you have lost. So what do you believe you have lost? What is it that creates within inside of you a sense of non-fulfillment? That is the secret of DNA. Your awareness of being is within a quantum hologram. A hologram is defined as a three-dimensional image reproduced from a pattern of interference that is produced by a split coherent beam of radiation. At present time, our beam of radiation is a laser beam. It is the most coherent light frequency that we presently know. And in this hologram, each point of the hologram contains all of the information from the object upon which that beam is focused. So here we have a pictorial representation of a hologram using coherent light source, the laser light, which is split by mirrors, and then one beam is focused upon an object, the other, the reference beam, is focused on the photographic plate. When the two meet together, the hologram is created upon that holographic plate. That is how the holograms you see are created. Everything that happens in one area of the hologram affects every other part of the hologram. That is why it is known that if you look at one piece of a hologram, it contains the whole. And yet, within that physical representation, there really is no time or space. Everything is connected in what is called in quantum physics non-locality, which means without a static location. In other words, you are appearing to sit within that chair, watching this presentation, and yet you are really everywhere in all directions. Within that quantum hologram is encoded the complete history of every event. That includes all possible events outside of the concept of the time-space continuum you believe is real. That is what we refer to as the illusion. Since your brain, your mind, is always looking for and comparing with experiences that are familiar, your yearning has to come from something that you already know. You don't experience feelings about something that you don't know. Your yearning is a feeling, it is a memory. It is based upon readily accessible information in this moment. So let's look at information transference within your physical body. Recently, two Russian scientists, Groznia Fosser and Franz Bludorf, conducted scientific experiments to confirm their theory that the human DNA acts as a biological internet. And they published their work in a book written in German called Vernetzt Intelligenz, which means networked intelligence. It is not yet available in English. Within their work, they proved that DNA is influenced and programmed by words and frequencies. It is programmed by sound. The outcome of their study resulted in the conclusion that your DNA is not only responsible for the construction of your physical body, it's also a data storage and communication device, especially the 90% non-coding DNA, which follows the rules of basic grammar. Sometimes this DNA is referred to as junk DNA by the scientific community because they do not know why it is there. They believe that it has no purpose, rather than realizing that it is infinite potential. And since the potential DNA is not responsible for coding the construction of the body, then we can ask the question, what does it do? What is it for? So, among the many results that seem to be popping up here and there, Fosar and Bludorf found that laser radiation, that which is used to create the holograms, is inherent within the DNA itself, especially within the 90% of the non-coding DNA. And it flows as a holographic wave. It's open to change. And since it understands language, it is possible to communicate with it using simple words and sentences, just like you talk every single day. So as mankind's conscious awareness expands and accelerates in frequency, in other words, mankind becomes more aware of itself, the quantum hologram, the holographic mind, increases in frequency wavelength. The expansion changes the human language. It changes its concepts. And these changes influence the DNA itself. DNA responds most easily to thoughts, feelings, and words from coherent wavelengths. In other words, the troughs of the crests are equal in amplitude. DNA itself is a coherent wave. It is looking for itself again. Coherent frequencies allow you to consciously communicate with your DNA. Fosar and Bludorf found that DNA can create patterns of disturbance within the time-space continuum. That's mankind's hologram. And what this does is open the door to reception of multi-dimensional information, communication in cosmic consciousness. The disturbances in the time-space continuum created by the DNA are magnetized wormholes. Wormholes are tunnel-like connections between different universal areas, and they transmit information. You might be aware of wormholes from Star Trek movies or things of that nature. They are very real. They do exist, and they exist within your body. The feelings you have, the thoughts you create, generate a frequency within your DNA that attracts information from other dimensions. This information is transmitted to your consciousness. While you may believe that the information you're receiving is unique to you, it is available to all. And since the God stuff of which you are made is familiar with all information, it is the basis from which you derive your yearning. So when your perspective is one of holographic connection to all dimensions, you begin to experience awareness that is outside of manifested form and expression. You become aware of your omnidirectional existence. That means in all directions outside of time and space as well. The oneness of the hologram is then your only experience. You know that you are the home you seek. And then the yearning in your DNA ceases. Some people call this enlightenment. Upcoming in the next few video presentations over the next few weeks, we're going to talk about how the heart creates that coherent connection, how the heart and the DNA use the coherent connection, why DNA is a superconductor of information and exactly how that works, and why your out there is truly always in here. If you would like to accelerate your awareness within your DNA today, you can purchase my DNA Reawakening CD, and what that does is bring to your conscious awareness the matrix that is in your blueprint. It creates a new template of actualization for the fiber of your being and begins the transmission of the information through the wormholes in the cosmos to your conscious mind.